So it is Saturday, August 1st, and I did actually record a video last week, but I didn't actually have the time to upload it, and the garden has just kind of taken off. The beets in particular look really good this week. I think I'm going to start harvesting some greens from these guys. Probably do a good salad tonight. First greens of the season for this garden anyway. I got some Golden Jubilee tomatoes. I think these are white scallop squash. Could be wrong on that one, but anyway. We've got plenty of squash. This stuff has just exploded in the last couple weeks. For weather reference, of the last 2 weeks, the last couple days were about 100 degrees, bright and sunny. And the week and a half prior to that was all overcast and rainy. We even got some hail down in the canyon where I work the other day. But these squash have absolutely taken off. The corn's coming along too, so the blue corn is definitely vegged up a bit more. The Martian Jewels and the Earth Tones started showing cobs this week. So I'm pretty stoked about that. Everything's looking good. We've got some delicata squash, I believe. Yeah, I got most of what this would be the honey boat and the delicata. I think this is a honey boat down here. Not seeing anything off of it this week. But the other thing I'm really excited about is all the Arkcombe melons. We got 4 in particular that are pretty large. Getting about like that. Got one over here. Up along the fence. And 2 more, at least, over in with the corn and the onions. Got one there. One over here. And then a smaller 5th one over here. So, should have plenty of seeds from those. That's kind of the idea. I only did Arkcombes in this yard, so hopefully we'll be able to get some good seed stock. But yeah, loving the corn this week. Corn and the melons. So, the only thing I noticed that was stressed out this week was in fact this patch of daikons, which is not surprising, considering we had a couple 100-degree days. The onions are bulbing out, they're looking good, and the corn's actually probably giving them some shade now, which was kind of the idea. Other thing I'm looking at is these cucumbers. These, I believe, are the lemon cucumbers I planted, and I did a couple batches of those this spring, trying out some different seed starting mixtures, and finally settled on one I liked. Or at least the best option I've got here. So, getting all that worked out. Really excited about the garden this week. If anyone else is watching this, y'all should check out my buddy with the Primitive Organic Garden and Guitar. He does some really good stuff, and he is a much better gardener and a far better educated person than I am. But anyway, as for updates, I still need to do one down at work. Got a bunch of fall greens in transplant trays, so that I've started over the last few weeks. I'm gonna do some collards and some southern curled mustard greens. We got tons of beets that I'm gonna sow as transplants, and should have some decent options this autumn and winter for a fall garden. Maybe some stuff that'll overwinter. And gonna experiment with season extension in particular. See how far I can actually keep a garden producing in this environment, because this is all new to me. Well, I guess I've done one garden 7 years ago in the desert. It was about 20 miles from here in Monticello, but they're also more than 1,000 feet higher up on the saddle of a mountain. The one thing I really remember, well, a couple things I really remember from that year, I had pumpkins growing into fences, and I had a windstorm, because they're up on the saddle of the mountain, they get everything that comes down and around the mountain, and I had a windstorm in the course of 2 days wipe out all my corn. It had been about this tall. But seeing as we are in town, pretty well sheltered, I'm hoping I don't have that problem this year, because that would be very sad. Yeah, what else? The tomatillo. It bloomed out really pretty a few weeks ago, and I've not actually seen any fruit on it yet. Maybe it's trying to set, I don't know, but anyway, just a short update. Look at that squash. Love that. Really excited for the honey boats, though. Anyway, peace, love, and coconuts, y'all. I'll give some more updates with the mushroom culture as I go along. I've actually got most of my equipment in now. Picked up a pressure canner and rigging some steam sterilizers and pasteurizers. Probably going to look into lime pasteurization. I've got a couple contacts for wheat straw for everything oyster related. I think that's going to be the cheapest option for my area. So if I lived in a place with sawmills and loads of trees, that might be a better option, but you make do with what you have. And life is pretty beautiful. Enjoy gardening, folks. Bye.